Right, hello Year 7. So at the moment we are learning about nutrition. We've moved away from health and safety and we're doing nutrition. So last week you looked at the well plate and you would have looked at the importance of lots of fruit and vegetables in the diet. Our last practical was a vegetable stir fry and we looked at how that is versatile, it is healthy, it is cheap and it is quick, so it's a great meal choice. Another great meal choice when we're looking at healthy diets is a soup. Okay, so we need to know about soup. And we're going to have a look at a few different cutting methods in this, and this is a great opportunity for you to use a variety of different vegetables to practice your cutting methods. I don't mind what soup you want to do. I'm doing leek and potato today. If you guys want to do tomato soup, that's fine. It's a similar method, you just have loads of tomatoes instead. If you guys want to do a root vegetable soup and have carrots and all sorts of different things like that in there, that's absolutely fine too. Okay, I don't mind what you do if you do this, just send me a picture through. Okay. So, leek and potato soup. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my leeks ready. Okay, so you want to make sure your leeks are well washed. What will happen is lots of mud sometimes gets trapped in between these little layers. So give them a good wash first of all. You're then going to take your knife, okay, and using your claw grip, you're going to slice the bottom of the leek off. It's a little bit woody, you can feel at the bottom of that, and that won't cook very well. So slice that off. The top, just like the spring onions last week, is quite tatty, so you can cut the top off as well. Then the rest of that leek, sometimes the outside layer isn't very nice, so you want to take that off as well. The rest of that leek then is good to use. So all you're going to do is with your claw grip, remember, okay, your thumb goes at the back of the thing you're chopping and your fingertips go away. You're just going to slice these leeks down. Into a thickness like that is perfect. Then with your potatoes, you want a peeler, okay? Now you guys might have a peeler like this at home, you might have a different shaped peeler. You just want to try and get these potatoes peeled. Now this always takes you guys forever in a practical lesson. I would recommend that you guys try and peel, get as much peeling practice in as possible, okay? So we get quicker at it. If your mum's doing or your dad or your nan is doing a roast dinner, ask if you can peel the potatoes maybe, or the carrots, just to get some practice in there. So get those peeled nice and quickly. All the vegetable peelings can go in the bin or the compost, make sure your area is nice and clean. And then you want to chop this potato as small as possible, please. Or not as small as possible, because we can go tiny, but into a nice small size. The smaller it is, the quicker it's going to take to cook. Okay, so I reckon you probably want chunks that are about that big. So I've cut it in half again, okay, so quarters, in half again, and in half again. Okay, so then do that with the rest of your potatoes. An onion. Now, sometimes they have a lot of excess skin on the outside. The best way to chop an onion is to take the bottom off first of all. For some of you, this might be your first time chopping onions. Okay. Take the bottom off, take the top off. Then bridge grip the onion and cut through the middle. I know I haven't peeled the rest of that brown skin off yet. It's easier if we, It's easier if we do that now. So now take the rest of that skin off. With this, I can still see there's some brown skin on there, so take that other layer off. Okay, so keep taking those layers off until you get to the nice white onion skin. Then, we're going to bridge grip again, okay? And what you're going to do is start slicing the onion down, okay? Leaving a little bit intact, my eyes are watering already. Just at the end of the onion, you're going to leave a little bit intact. So you can see here, look, I've sliced down, but I haven't sliced all the way through. Okay, so chop down, then we turn the onion, and then you slice this way. That then gives you a nice dice on the onion. So, prepare all of your veg, okay? You also want about 1.5 litres of stock. So I have got in here 2 vegetable stock cubes, okay, and I'm going to fill this up with boiling water in a minute. Okay. Get all your vegetables chopped. So when all your vegetables are chopped, so I've got a massive chopping board full of them there, you can start cooking these. We're going to start sautéing these vegetables off here, Seven. So that means we're going to lightly fry them. So in my saucepan, the heat's not on, I've got some oil. You're going to heat that oil gently. Like with the stir fry, it only needs 20 seconds or so to heat up. You can see I've made my stock here. Okay, my stock cubes are just dissolving. I've also got the kettle full of water, boiling, ready to go again. I've also got some salt and pepper ready to go for seasoning later on. So, a few seconds, letting that oil heat up. Oh, I've leaked on the floor. Then we're going to get all of that veg in there. So you want a nice, big saucepan for your soup. Okay, and then you want to start moving it around. Now it looks really full up. As this starts to cook and saute, all of this start to look like it's shrinking down a little bit. So keep it moving. If you've got lots in here, the struggle might be that the veg actually starts to stick. We don't want it to start to stick. So the reason we saute all of these ingredients first is to start to release some flavour. Okay, if I put all of that liquid directly in here and then let it all boil, the result would be the same, but you would find that that soup lacks a little bit of flavour. So you want to start this cooking process off to get those flavours going already. Okay. Keep it going. So like I said, what might start to happen is some of these vegetables might start to stick to the bottom of the pan. If you are worried about that, you can just add a little bit more oil into there. Okay, that will help that sticking. Once these have started to soften, you can see that my leeks, you'll be able to tell if they're softened because you can see, okay, there's moisture been released and they're visibly softer. You can see that. They've lost their shape a little bit. I'm flinging it everywhere, so try not to do that. Okay. So once they've had about, 10 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes softening, you can then go ahead and add all of your liquid in. Okay, so the whole lot can go straight in there. Now I've put a litre in. I've put a litre in. I'm just going to add another 500 ml. So you want that veg well coated. Okay, we are then going to leave that for a good 15 to 20 minutes to get those potatoes really, really soft. You may need to come back to it every now and again because this will thicken. As the potatoes cook, they'll release starch, which will thicken the sauce. You may want to, as you're going through, and liquid will evaporate, you may want to add a little bit more water, but keep an eye on it. Okay, so leave it to do its thing. We're going to boil it for a good 20 minutes or so. If you have a lid, you can pop a lid on there. Okay, right, that's that. Right, year 8, 7, keep on doing that. My soup. That noise is happening all the time. As soon as I press record. My soup has been boiling for a good 20 20 minutes or so now. The way to check if it's ready, especially with a potato-based soup, is that your potatoes must be nice and soft. So if you can take a spoon and like crush them against the edge of the saucepan, then that's good. You can take a knife, as long as they're not sticking to the knife, stab it in, as long as they're not sticking, then that's fine as well. Now I'm going to blend my soup down. Okay, I'm going to use a stick blender like this. We need to be careful with stick blenders, please. The blade is at the end. Do not get your fingers anywhere near the end, please. Okay, so I'm going to have to move mine over here because that's where my plug is. You can use, obviously, if you've got a proper big blender at home, then that's fine too. You have to move the table across it. And with a stick blender, you just want to make sure that the ends are properly submerged. Okay, all the way down. And then we're going to waz it up. Cream first or?
Ooh, frying still.
Okay, year 8. So, I mean, you can't see that. What we There we go. So, what we've got, where am I here? Leek and potato soup. I've blended that so it's nice and smooth. Put that in a nice serving dish. Topped with a little bit of, no, say where you were. There. Topped with a little bit of double cream, which I've just swirled around with a spoon. And then Miss Hendricks has fried off some ciabatta bread in a pan with some oil to make a nice crispy crouton. And then served that with an extra bit of bread to dip in. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Right, complete your form, please. And I will speak to you soon. Bye.